Saturday, May 28th, 2022. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're here with Live Sewing Chat. So just wanted to come live with you all. We are at retreat, and I got my volume. I'm giving my own ad. So we are having a great time. We just got through with dinner. I didn't even get dessert. But they got brownies for dessert and ice cream, and I don't eat brownies anyway, so I'm just having fun. I'll eat some ice cream later, but let's see who all is here. Some people were in here earlier, and so sorry about the mix-up on the time, too. I think I just put it in wrong, thinking 7 for my Wednesday, forgetting that it's really 8 on Saturdays. So sorry about that, guys. So I'm just going to go see. Let's see. Laura Dean saying, hey, everyone, first time on this chat. Are we still waiting? Sorry, Laura. Regina's here. Was here. I'm not sure. That was like 15 minutes ago. Vivian Calvi says, hi, T and everyone. Wash Your Hands says, I love this picture. I wonder if it's from where the retreat is. Yes, it is. That's my thumbnail photo is at the retreat center. Teresa Louise, I quilt too. Hello, hello. She says, okay, we can wait. Laughing out loud. Been waiting 1 hour already. I think we can wait 8 more minutes. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I get distracted and I don't realize what I'm putting on the screen. I did change the time, but didn't realize I put the 7. So I'm so sorry. And hopefully you all can hear me as well. We got a 10 ceiling, and we've got 12 people talking. So, well, 11. Deborah's not talking. Everybody else is, though. Deborah's sitting right across from me. Geraldine Lemon says, oh, good. We'll get to see all the fun we're missing. Thank you, Betsy, for following up with people. Michelle the Quilter says, hello, T and everyone. Mary is here saying hi, everybody. Pieces Love and Quilting saying hi. Darlene Crosby saying hi, T. Desi Hart 3114 says hello. Hello to you. Welcome to the channel. Shona Crutchfield saying hello, everyone. Kevin the Quilter, evening, Miss T and all Teaquilters. Darlene is also welcoming everyone that's joining. Everyone that's joining. June Hansen says hi, T and everyone. Sharon Lewis, hi, T and Quilters. I hope you are having a good time at retreat. Teresa McCormick, hi, T and everyone. Anita Nance, hey, Miss T and everyone. Darcy Savali, hi, T and all Quilters. Give T a thumbs up. Thank you, Darcy. Marla Havlick, I don't know how you say your name, I'm sorry. Says hello, everyone. Sandra Acker says hi, hey, T. Carrie Richards, hi, T and all. Judy L, live retreat is a special thing. Yes. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on here. Sue GSD says hi, T and fellow quilters. Deborah Quilts is here saying hello, T and all quilters, but like Deborah Quilts is like really here.
Hi, T.
Come over here so they can see you. Deborah is really, really here. We have no lights on either. Let me put some more lights on. There's Deborah Quilts.
Hello, everybody.
Trying to see if I can get some more light. See if it makes a difference. Go get a chair. I want a chair over here. Yeah, we'll get Deborah in here too. Trying to see. Oh, you need your makeup? No, that's normal. She need makeup. over in the corner because it turned night out here. So I'm trying to see.
Yeah, next to you.
Yeah, Norma's coming.
Here comes Norma.
Here's Norma.
Hello, everyone. Bye.
Some of the other ladies are still in the kitchen. Some of them are eating dessert. Some of them are helping to clean up. So we all, at this retreat center, it's where we are at the quilt shop. That's the photo of the side of the retreat building, not the quilt shop that I took a picture of. She has all those born quilts on the side of the building. And let's see. I did not videotape a thing since I've been here. I am gonna videotape. I think I'm just gonna do a recap tomorrow on what we've done at retreat, and then everybody is just gonna do their show and tell. But basically, we just been sewing. This project behind me is our group project. I decided to do mine in African prints. Right there. So that's the group project for retreat. You don't have to do the project if you don't want to. Let me show you the pattern. It's called Valley Ripples, and it's a free pattern from Teaquilts, but I switched it up a little bit. So this is the original pattern here. And where you see those numbers on the large squares, that's where I did my string piecing in the back. So, yeah, I decided that I wanted to, they use a certain number of fabrics, and I wanted to make mine scrappy. Every fabric that I've used, even in the string blocks, have not been repeated. So that's what I decided to do with mine. I left my grunge border fabric at home. I thought I had enough cuts, 2.5 strips. I do not, so I couldn't put my border on. And then this is going to be my border fabric right there. So Deborah didn't work on this project. Like I said, it's optional. But she's been working on some other stuff that will be in the show and tell portion of the video. So you'll get to see later on what she's worked on. And I'm trying to think, I also made those 4 little square to square blocks up there. I've been using those when I was chaining on and off on this big project. And I've got a couple more that I'm working on that got pieces done, but they're not completed. Those are going to be swapped to the participants at the Teaquilts retreat. I'm going to make them an album block to hand them out. So that's what it is. I know. They all right. You can go get one if you want. So let's read some comments, see if more people come in. I can't even remember what the last comment I read. Okay. Let's see.
Here's your blocks. Here's her signature blocks that she's making.
And I'm making mine scrappy. You don't have to make them scrappy if you don't want, but I just like scrappy blocks, so I'm making mine scrappy. And it's easier to make something scrappy. You don't need a whole lot of any one fabric, so you can never run out. So that's another reason. My brother is here, says, hi sis and everyone, stay safe. Maxie Doodle, we will wait for you. Sandra K says, true quilters have patience. Yes, I just made a mistake. They probably know from my regular schedule that I was going to be on at 8, but they just want to make sure they didn't miss it at 7 in case I had changed it. But I was eating at 7, so I really apologize and didn't even know I had made the mistake. So sorry. Sue is stressing me out. 17 days until June retreat.
Thanks for reminding us, Sue.
Right. It's a lot. Lena says, Miss T, my is. Something happened. So, Lena, please put your comment back in if you haven't already. Jeanette says, hello, T and all. Margaret Dearden is here. Stephanie from Memoirs of a Longhorn Quilter says, hey T and everyone, it's been a minute. I'm listening tonight and know I will get some good laughs as I rest. Margaret saying, hey everyone. Kevin says, hey Deborah Quilts, keep Miss T in line there, laughing out loud. Really? Me? I'm innocent. I'm innocent. What are you talking about? Francis Jackson says, hi T and everyone. Wish I was there too. Janet Mackerel says, hello T and Quilters. Hope you are having a great retreat. And Colleen says, hello T and everyone. And she says, hello Deborah. Hello. Sue says, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and share, and also ring the bell. I also have a Facebook group called Teaquilts LLC. You're more than welcome to join that. Answer the 3 questions, though, so you can get in. Alvita, a lot of people saying hello, Deborah. Vivian, Darlene, June, talking to Kevin. Sue saying, hi, Deborah, can't wait to meet you. That's Sue GSD. And Nancy Guts says, I made it 8 years babysitting 4 kids. They all are still alive now. Myself, wow, it takes a day or two to recover. Laughing out loud. I haven't had to babysit in a long time. I was watching my nephew the year of COVID. Was it COVID?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was COVID, and then they canceled school because he was over almost every day. I was picking him up from school, so it was a learning curve, and he had to learn what he could and couldn't do at my house. You know, you tell them stuff, and then you go into a different room. It's like, I don't have time to sit in the room and babysit you. You're going to do what I tell you to do. Lena says, we can see you well. I'm visiting you from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Yay! So you stayed. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And so sorry about the mix-up, especially on your first live chat. Sandra Agger saying, hey, Miss Deborah. And then we're getting to the quilt stuff. People saying, wow, congrats on not losing any. Wow, that is gorgeous. Wash your hands saying, hi, Deborah. Miss T, I saw you up there earlier as well. I just didn't read those comments because I wasn't sure if people were still here. So thank you for coming back. Michelle the Quilter says, that project is beautiful. Yes, it is. And Sandra K, beautiful quilt. Claudette Better saying hello to you and everyone. Hey, Claudette. And Kevin goes, not repeating fabrics, Miss T. Laughing out loud. And the reason is because this quilt didn't require many fabrics. And so if I had made it the other way, and I'm a true scrap lover, and you're going to see some in the show and tell, I'm just a scrap quilter, and so I just tend to like more fabrics over less fabrics, and it doesn't have a whole lot of fabrics in it, so I was coming up with ways to get more fabric into it. Darcy Savali says, a little girl's house burned down a while ago, and now I have a place for one of my Dr. Seuss kit quilts. I am also going to send a 6-pack of Dr. Seuss books with the quilt. Now that's pretty cool, so that's nice. Thank you, Darcy. And so sorry that they had to go through that. Thank you, Sandra, saying gorgeous, Miss T. Lynette Williams saying, well, I just got busted by my supervisor watching. That's funny. Your group project is gorgeous. Thank you. And Colleen said, I also agree about the scrappy. Very nice project, Miss T. Thank you, Avita. And I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody in here. You all are talking to each other. I'm going to skip some of those. And Bonita's in a virtual retreat. And Kevin talking about innocent, laughing out loud. Was that lightning striking over there in Illinois? I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Don Cunningham saying, hello, amigos. Let's see. Joe Cornwell Perkins says, hello, T and everyone. You get to meet her. She's coming to retreat. So, hi, Joe Cornwell. I like that quote. Thank you, Vivian. And Stephanie says, T, your quote is beautiful. Thank you. So, yeah. So, I think I'm at the bottom. Let me go out of here and come back in just in case, because this live chat sometimes can get me because it stops spooling. So, yeah. So, we've been at retreat since Thursday. So, Thursday night, Friday night, now it's Saturday night. I haven't picked up my camera one time. I took pictures of a challenge quilts. We actually have two challenge. This year we had our regular challenge, and then we had a little mini challenge. It was a bonus where we had to make something with a charm pack and a mini charm pack. So it was pretty cool. You lost some? Come get it.
You over there on that machine?
Come get it. Did you lose something?
She's on that machine.
That's Sarah.
Hi.
She's part of our group.
Hello. Well, if I known I was going to be on this group in this picture, I would have done.
What have you done your makeup too?
Probably would have made up, put on a little lipstick, maybe shoved a little something back this way. That's on tape, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
What was she gonna shove a little something back this
I
way?
don't know. Maybe something up in here. I don't know. I got too much to do that. So.
Now that is funny. They say, "Hey Sarah, hey Miss Sarah, hi Sarah." Thanks. Wilhelmina Mixon says your quote is very pretty. Nice job. Thank you. Francis Jackson says, "What's the name of the quilt again?" I'll give it to you again. Hold on.
Alan Ripples?
Shaquita says, "Hey Miss T and everyone." I think that's Shaquita, so she's coming to a retreat too. She's from Atlanta, the Georgia area, not necessarily Atlanta. Melissa LePage saying, "Nice to meet you." Melissa LePage says, "Nice to meet you, Sarah." What's her name? Melissa LePage. And she says, "Thank you."
Jennifer, you ought to come over here and say hi.
And Darlene Crosby is laughing at you. She said,
You're part of our group.
Lynette Williams saying, "Hey, Sarah." Colleen. So We Like Crumb says, "You all are having too much fun."
This is the place.
This is Jennifer. She's part of our group. Unfortunately, she will not be at our T's Quilt retreat because she's out of work.
She's the only one in our small guild that you won't meet. All the other ladies are booked and ready to have fun with you guys. So,
Sorry, I can't be there.
Jennifer has a lot of family obligations, and also you work full time, and so she can only have so much vacation, and so she needs to keep it for family. So we fully understand. She's wishing us well.
Oh, yeah, and have lots of fun.
Is this your online group or this
Yeah.
is just people from?
This is YouTube. Period.
Oh,
Anybody
period.
that's on
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, you want to come back?
No.
Come on back. This is Sarah. She wants to
No.
come back.
No, not at this. Not at this time.
You can come say hi, Becky. Becky. Becky says, "I think I'm good."
I think Becky's camera's on.
It's different when I'm doing show and tell as compared to people being live. So,
It's different.
and they know too if it's something really, really bad and I'm recording, I'll stop and start over or delete that footage. So she's like, "I'm good." I'm trying to see where I left off reading. I think I got it. Let's see. I think that's it. We're at the bottom. They laughing at Sarah. Joe Cornwell talking about, what was Sarah gonna move? Laughing out loud. We trying to figure it out ourselves. Hey Tiffany. Life says, hello, T and everyone. I'm just listening. Sounds like y'all are having a fantastic time. I'm tired. The first night we were up, like in here, in the sew area, until 2:30. And then when we went to the room, we tried to cut on our heating AC unit, and we took us about 45 minutes before we realized it just wasn't going to cooperate with us. So we slept a little bit chilly, and it was hard to sleep. That it was cold. My nose was like a popsicle. So it was. I decided I didn't get much sleep, so I ended up getting up still. About Deborah got up before me. You didn't get much sleep. About 6:30. And I probably got up about 7 to 7:30, and then we had breakfast at 8. So we didn't get much sleep the first night because we was cold. So I let the manager, the retreat center manager, know that our heating thing wasn't working, and she was really nice about going out and getting us a heater. Went to the hardware store to get us a space heater. So we're using that now, but we think the thing is just cycling on and off when it lights. So, but at least we got the heater as a backup now. So. And last night we went to bed at we went to bed at 3. I had an alarm set for 6:30. I hit the snooze on that and slept for another hour.
But I was up.
But you got up.
Well, I was up before that.
But you got on up.
Yep.
Not me.
But I wasn't the first one up. Dan was. Somebody else was up before me.
What did I work on Thursday? Thursday I did this quilt to this part on Thursday. I got to add these final 2 borders here. So those are not added on the quilt. That's all I got to do when I get home, when I get more fabric. And did I start cutting? No, did I start cutting? No, I didn't start cutting because I finished this quilt off. I finished this quilt Friday morning when I came in early, but then I switched right over to cutting the bags for the charity, the crossbody bags. I cut 24 bags. All the pieces are cut. All of the pieces that need interfacing have interfacing. All the straps have been cut and interfaced. And I had Deborah working on the straps where they needed to be pieced. I had her sewing the connecting lines for that and then chopping them into the size, the lengths that we needed for the bag. So that was a lot. So we just need some warm bodies to sew. And I also cut out some other stuff. We have a Sunday morning project tomorrow. That's a charity project for here. I just cut that out. I've been cutting out some other stuff for retreat, the June retreat as well. So I've been doing a lot of cutting all day today, all day yesterday. I did not sew one seam yesterday or one seam today until I'm going to sew now. We're about to sew now. I just cut my machine on. So I'm going to be working on the 4-star general stuff that I need to do for June and July. I did June's blocks. I got to finish July's blocks. And then I need to do borders for June and July. So that's what I'll start working on now. And then we'll do show and tell tomorrow. We had 2 challenge quilts. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to show y'all. Until I do reveal. And I can't even show you my challenge. I've got it chopped off over here. Right there. Back over this way. And that's because it's also in another challenge. And as I told you all, people are watching my YouTube, but they don't tell me they're watching my YouTube. So I can't show that. So it's got to go into a challenge next month. So it's a lot going on. We've got Leisha Moe here saying hi, T, and everyone. Looks like you're having a fabulous retreat. Lizette Zayas is here saying hello, T and friends. Seems like a great night. Let's see. Make sure I get everybody. Juanita Nan says, where are you? We're in that transitional period in the Midwest where our weather fluctuates anyway, but in the spring when it rains, then it gets cold. If it's not any rain, then it tends to be warm. You don't need, I mean, you can have shorts on walking around in the daytime, but then if it's at nighttime, it gets down to 62, so you need something on. Um, I can't sleep at 60 degrees. Hey, Dee Dee Hansen from Michigan. Vicky says, good evening, everyone. Judy says, ready and willing to sew bags for such a good cause. Yes. How's tonight going? Great for me. How's tonight going for you?
Great, fine.
We had
A good dinner?
we had good food the whole time. So let's talk about food. We like to eat. So let's see. I cooked Thursday dinner. What did I cook? Look. Ain't that crazy?
The sausage?
Oh, I did skillet potatoes. I found out I had to get the name from my mom. It's where you take some kind of smoked sausage, and I use chicken mozzarella smoked sausage, and then you have potatoes, and I put onions and red peppers, different seasonings, and then you also have some chicken broth that you put in it. I think that's it. I said the smoked and the chicken.
It was really good. Cheese.
And then I had broccoli, steamed broccoli for the greens that was on the side, and then I had Texas toast. That's what it was. Texas toast. So that's what I served. And for dinner, I decided we used to have retreats at a place where they would give us pop, like stuff from the Bum Pop truck type ice cream for desserts. And so I decided to bring that back, and I brought strawberry shortcakes, little bars, and also drumsticks. So that's what we have for dessert. On Saturday, that's Friday morning breakfast. Who did that? Friday morning breakfast. Who did Friday morning breakfast? Okay, that was Norma, and she had quiche. I don't eat quiche. Everybody else had quiche, and I had leftovers from Thursday night. So I ate my leftovers for breakfast, which is kind of like a hash brown type thing anyway, but it's softened with the chicken broth. And then lunch
I had
yesterday.
lunch, and I made homemade chili, and I had a nice green salad with all kinds of stuff in it, and then I always make homemade bread. I bring my bread maker, and I made bread with cranberries and butter. And it was very good.
And your dessert was literally like the bread.
The bread, everybody
Because
ate
the
the
bread is really
Hot
good. It's
bread.
got with them cranberries in
Great
it.
hot bread
So
from scratch.
that was, and then last night's dinner, Friday dinner was Cynthia. What did I say?
I bet. I don't remember. I have it on a sheet.
Cynthia, what did you feed us last night? That's a shame. We just eating. Everything is good. What did Cynthia feed us? That was Deborah. That was lunch. Becky don't even remember.
Oh, the pasta.
Yeah, she made like a white sauce pasta with chicken and she had salad. She didn't bring dessert, and she had salad fixings, a whole lot of salad fixings. Yeah, she had garlic bread, yes. That's a shame we can't remember what we're eating. It's coming and going so fast. So that was last night. Then today, Sarah had duty, and she did homemade pancakes from scratch, and she did scrambled eggs, and then she had all kind of fruits on the sides and different juices if you wanted. But we're not really a juice drinking group. We're finding out, so we're gonna stop bringing juice.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Nobody drinks it. People will ask for milk before they ask for the
And I drink
juice.
coffee all day long, so it doesn't bother me.
So yeah, lunch today was Jennifer, and you know we ain't gonna say we had a Greek meal, but Jennifer's coming to tell you what we had.
So we had a Greek lasagna, which is called pasticcio.
Okay, so pasticcio.
Oh,
And
my
she
husband made it.
and her husband made it.
Very good.
And she had salad.
And salad.
Okay. Thank you, Jennifer, because I
Oh,
knew
but
we
you
were going.
had apple caramel.
Oh yeah, she had apple pie with caramel
Pie.
on top of it. It was good.
Very good.
It was good. I had never had apple pie with
Yeah, it was
caramel
really
in
good.
it. And somebody even was talking about that they have apple pie with that you can put cheese in. I have never heard of that either.
No.
So
I've heard of it. I just never had it.
I've never had it for sure. And then dinner tonight was Becky. I'm sorry, was Becky. I'm saying Betsy, who's in here commenting. Was Becky, and we had it was Chinese night, I guess, or I
Yeah,
don't know.
Chinese. We have pot stickers, chicken and pork, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We had
Crab rangoon.
crab rangoon, spring rolls,
Mm-hmm.
and chicken. I'm not sure what the chicken and
The
chicken
lo
noodle.
mein. Chicken lo mein.
lo mein.
Okay.
And for dessert, she had brownies
And
and
ice cream, and that's where I didn't get my ice cream yet. I don't eat brownies, so. Let's see. And that's it. You all up to date on all this food.
Now, tomorrow we're having
Tomorrow, Jane's cooking breakfast. She volunteered to cook breakfast tomorrow. And then for lunch, we will be, whatever's in the refrigerator,
either leftovers, whatever.
it's like a eat for all or a flea for all, but it's a eat for all. You eat whatever's left or not. And then we'll start packing out to leave, trying to get out by 3 or around 3. You know, no big deal. It's Sunday when we just want to get home really before it get dark, which is a good number of hours.
We have plenty of snacks. We got chips, chocolate, all kinds of different things to eat
So yeah.
as well.
So we are having a great time. Time going by so fast that it's just ridiculous. And then Jane, she works at a quilt shop, and they gave her scrap bags from cutting kits at the store, and she brought some of them in here and shared with us. I think she brought 2 of them in here. Or was it, I don't know if she brought another one in here. But I know she brought at least 2, and then we were all over there drooling over boutique strings that look like nothing until you gotta iron them and get them all looking pretty again because they've been stuffed in bags for years. So, but yeah, so we've been having fun. We've touched a lot of fabric up in here. I've spent the majority of my time cutting and organizing for the retreat charity project in June. It took more time than I thought. I didn't think it would take me 2 days to get all of that stuff situated, but I wanted to make sure everything was in the right place, in the right bag, with the right markings, and so it's been taking a little bit of time. So let's see what you all are talking about. She's talking about you were making me hungry, laughing out loud. Wish I had bacon fingers. You know what? We haven't even had bacon here. Normally, last time we had, well, Sarah don't eat pork, but we haven't even had turkey bacon or nothing. Is it? There was bacon in the quiche. Okay, and I didn't eat that. Okay, so I didn't know that. Thanks, Norma. That was Norma. I was going to say, that's unusual not to have bacon. But I buy bacon from the butcher. It's always going to be more. So I just buy bacon. I just tell them how many pounds I want, and they just tell me what I owe them. I don't know what I'm paying for each item, like, because I don't really care.
You don't really want
I just want to know, what do I owe you?
Just get your bacon.
Right.
Because you might think you figure it out.
Dorothy says, I finally got my husband to print the directions for the bag quilt that T showed us last week. I guess we are out of ink. It only took a week of me asking before he went and got some. Now that's funny. It is a lot of pages. So when you're reading it, I also advise you to look at the video, and it looks like it's a lot of steps, but if you're only doing, say, 5 or 6 steps repetitively, you're not making the entire bag. So you might be sewing a seam, and then you press that seam, and then you top stitch that seam, and then that goes to somebody else. So it's not as bad as it looks when you're just doing the same thing over and over again. Because it got repetitive after I started cutting. I started remembering what I needed to be cut, and getting things in the right places. So it was a lot easier the more I did it. Those taters sound good. That's Mary.
They were really good.
All sounds good from Brenda. Yep, said we are, you all are eating good from Darlene. Dorsey is reminding people to give T a thumbs up. Remember, and if you're new, subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications. Trying to make sure I pin her message. Maddie Barnum is here saying, T, you will be tired but chipper. Yes, I am tired. I'm happy I did take a nap for about an hour. I left out of here. I don't ever sleep sound when there's noise, but I'm glad that I can just take a nap and just get a lot of rest in. So I enjoy that. Everybody's saying sounds delicious. Apple pie with cheese is good. That's Teresa Louise.
A lot of
Okay.
people like it. I don't know.
Kevin talking about what did I miss? Had to put the chickens up. Everything.
You missed everything.
Food sounds great. Oh Lordy, I missed out on my favorite thing in the world, food. That's Kevin. Yes, we have, and it's so funny because the people in the work in the shop, they come in here checking on stuff, and they go, or when we go out there shopping, they'll go, "What were you all cooking? It smells so good." We in here cooking. We got full kitchen with 2 refrigerators and a stove and a microwave and crock pots and 2 carrot coffee pot and a regular coffee pot. Deborah brought a bread machine and another large size crock pot. The stove got a griddle on it. It's like we're using these supplies up in here, microwaves. So we're using all the stuff. It's, yeah, we cooking up in here. um, yeah, Darlene said they talking about the price of printers over ink. It's always like that. So Dee Dee says, where are you? Which city and state? We're in Staunton, Illinois, which is still metropolitan St. Louis area as far as shop hopping goes, things like that. So we still, I'm not far from home.
No, I'm about 50 minutes from home, less than an hour.
Yeah.
From my house.
So let me see. I must have hit something and went to the bottom. Okay. Hi, Practically Creative. Brenda says, nice. Quilts, foods, and scraps. Heaven. Right.
Oh, now you left out good friends conversation.
Regina says, yes, those apple pie and cheddar cheese is good. I didn't even know they did that. Ain't that something?
I know. I've just never had it.
Bonita Nance, did you buy any fabric? Yes, I did. I bought fabric that's actually, I bought 6 pieces of fabric that I cut for a project for a retreat. And then I also bought another piece of fabric. This was number 7. I bought 2 yards. I bought everything off the sale table at $6 a yard. I didn't want to spend money on fabric. Well, I say everything, and then I'm going to show you something that wasn't on the sale table. Okay. All right. I got this stripe. I just love stripes, and it's a diagonal stripe already, and then I can just use it maybe as binding or as an accent in a border, whatever I want to do with it. I only got 2 yards. I bought 2 yards of 7 fabrics. The other 6 have been cut. Let me see. Did I put the extras in the bag? I may still have them on the counter over there.
I'll get them if they're over here.
I don't see them though. No, that's right.
Oh, no, but is this your bag?
The leftover, is this mine? That's mine. I put up there to cut some more.
Oh, are you going to cut it?
Okay. I don't know where my extra fabric is. Is it up here? I lost I had cut the fabric and then I had the extra pieces that I cut. Those, it was the extras from those fabrics I just took from there.
These?
That's it. I put it in the wrong case. That's the, no, that is god awful.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo,
I'll
wee.
go over here and thumbs up on you.
So I did buy 2 yards of each of these fabrics, but they're for retreat. So 2 yards of this, $6 a yard. I needed coordinating prints. So these two go together. These two go together. And then these last two go together. Okay. So I bought those. And then that 7th fabric I bought was the diagonal stripe. And then I bought this panel. This panel is canvas, but it's expensive. It's not even a full yard. It's about, let's see, I won't tell you, it's a half a yard. I thought it was longer than that. This half yard costs $15 for this panel. It is on canvas, but that's still expensive. It's expensive. So I bought this at regular price. I did have a 10% discount coupon.
That's the one first one there.
This one they used this and made tote bags out of. Right there. So yeah, I like the tote bags that they had made out of it, and I thought that would be a creative way to use these. So I bought it. And then the only other thing I bought was a brush. Norma saw this fine sewing brush, and so I bought that as well. And it was only $2.99. So yeah, that's all I bought. I didn't buy that until today, right before they closed. I said I bought it about 1:00 because I hadn't bought anything the whole time I'd been here, and this was the last day they were going to be open. They were going to be closing in 2 hours. I tried to buy something. I only looked, like I said, I mostly was just looking at the sale fabric for stuff that I could use for retreat. So it's not even. I got 2 yards of fabric. That's mine, and this. These two things are mine. So I really done well not buying fabric, hoarding fabric, and the rest of the fabric that's left over will probably just go into my container to make purses in the future. I'm not going to be trying to cut those now, but there'll be crossbody bags in the future. So that's what I bought, Miss Bonita Nance. Donnie says Keisha's good. I love to have some about now. I have texture issues, and I don't like eggs baked. Just something that throws off the texture for me. So if the main portion of what it is baked is eggs, I don't tend to like it. But if it's like a cheeseburger pie or something like that, where it's got egg in it, that's fine. But if it's a egg custard pie, I can't eat that. I have texture issues. I like eggs scrambled. I like eggs boiled. I like eggs over easy. But I do not like baked eggs and quiche and stuff like that. And Teresa says you just melt the cheese on the apple pie. Yes, and that's what this was. The caramel was on top of the apple pie, on top of the crust. It was good. I like caramel. I like cheese too, so I'm sure I like cheese. It just sounds weird. I would have never done that. Don says, sounds fun. Eat, sleep. No, quilt, eat, sleep, repeat. That's what Jennifer had on. And Sarah. They had their shirts on. Matter of fact, I haven't worn my shirt yet because it's been in my supplies down here, but I got me another one. Look at that. So repeat. Put sew on this one. Hold on. My screen jumped down, so I have to go back. Y'all have a lot. Okay, here we go. Yes, y'all got a lot of comments again. I can't even find where I was. If the pie is hot, it melts the cheese. At Teresa Louise. Teresa Pop. Put mine on the side. Regina likes hers on the side. Somebody saying Colleen won a vacuum. Congratulations, Colleen. I missed that. They talking to each other. I'm so lost. You all are eating high on the hog. You will hate to pack up and go home. Yeah, it's always bittersweet. You know, when you go to retreat, that's why we used to do a 2-night retreat and we changed it to 3 because it just seemed like by the time we unpack and getting settled in, it was time for us to go back home. So this day we would have already been home had we not extended one day. So it's nice. Deborah has started already packing up some of the stuff that she knows she's no longer going to use or need and putting it in, getting it in so she can have less to do tomorrow. So it does make that one more day does make a difference, I think. Not running right in and out. Let's see. Trying to make sure I get everything. What's the name of your guild and how long have you guys been meeting? We are the So Busy Quilt Guild. 2001 was our first retreat. We've been retreating every year except for 2020 due to COVID. We have met every year in Memorial Day weekend. We have changed to numerous locations. Let's see. Potosi, Missouri, Greenville, Illinois, Columbia, Illinois, and now we're here in Staunton, Illinois. So we've been in 4 locations since 2001, and we have done this every year. We've had members change, but the core group has always still remained. It's Sarah, Cynthia, and myself started this group. We were sewers, and then we got into quilting, but we've always been meeting as a group, and we'd never had a name. And then when we started quilting, I think about our second year of retreat, I'd say 2002, one of the girls that was in the guild at that time, she's not in here now, her daughter was about 7 or 8 years old, asked her, what was the name of your group? And she says, I don't know. And she says, well, you all are so busy, you all should do something. And so that's when we named ourselves the Soul, SOSEW, Busy Quilt Guild. So we are the So Busy Quilt Guild. So that's our name. And it's 6 members. We meet monthly in each other's homes. We do the same thing as a full quilt guild, except we don't have a quilt show because we don't have a bank account. So we used to pay dues, and so basically that's it. So we can't get too big because we are meeting in each other's homes. So we'll always stay with that 6 member, and we've had to, when some member leave or unfortunately a member pass, we've had that occur, then we may sit for a minute with just 5 members while we grieve that position, and then we'll try to find somebody that we feel will fit with our group, because the last thing you want is to pull somebody into a small group like that and things don't go well. We've had that happen before. So we used to do 8, and then we decided that 8 was just a little bit too much when you're doing it in each other's homes. So so we went back down to 6 and decided we wouldn't go over 6 again.
And Jennifer was our last.
Yeah, Jennifer is our newest member, but she's been in for years. She's been in at least 5 years. Do you know when you joined So Busy? 2018? Okay, so so it's been 4 for her, going on 5. Let's see, my screen jumped again when I looked up, must have hit something. So that was a good question, Joe Carmel. Thank you so much. People saying the fabrics were some of the fabrics when I was holding them up are pretty. I don't see the comments when they're coming up. Very nice. Awesome prices too. Yes, that's from Benita. Um, nice panel. I like that panel. Very cool. Wash your hands says I would not be able to eat apple pie and cheese, but I would eat apples with cheese as a snack.
Okay.
Yeah, I can fully understand because I'm one of those people. I don't like particular things mixed up, but I'll eat them at the same sitting, separated. It's crazy. It's crazy. Uh, one thing about me is that I eat milk chocolate, but I don't eat chocolate ice cream. I don't eat brownies. I don't eat chocolate cake. I don't like chocolate icing. I just eat milk chocolate candy. I don't want dark chocolate. I don't, and I'll eat very few dark chocolate if it doesn't have that dark chocolate aftertaste on it. But if it does, I'm not a fan of it. So I'm real picky about certain things I eat. I don't eat a whole lot of desserts just because of texture. I don't eat Jello because of texture. So I'm a weird person. I eat a lot of things. It's not like I don't eat a. You can't feed me. I'm still easy to feed. I think I'm, but I don't eat certain things, or they got to be prepared a certain way. So I'm glad you're having a good time. Enjoy yourself. Thank you, Judy. Sam sells a caramel pecan apple pie. That's nice. I've seen the regular apple pie. I haven't seen the one with the caramel, and I do go to Sam's all the time, so that's pretty cool. C-Rex, I do not like green eggs and ham. Sam, I am, right? It's been a long time because I don't have any kids that I've opened up a green eggs and ham or any Dr. Seuss book. It's been too long. I used to read them all the time. Teresa says, are you all going to sew more tonight? Yes, it's way too early for us to even think about shutting down. I'm going to be making those blocks, and I'm hoping I can get those because I only need 28 of those done. I'm hoping I can zip through them. I'm hoping that I can start sewing a little bit on the 4-star general. She's trying to wind down for
I
bed.
have to wind down from the day, otherwise I'll never go to sleep.
Okay.
I'll
That's
see you in the morning.
That's probably my problem. I don't ever wind down from the day.
Yeah, I have to. Write that on the chart.
Hi, Handmade by Yin with Donna. She says, hello, everyone. T, you are living the dream, girl. Yes, we are having so much fun. I got retreat this month, retreat next month. Looking forward to it. A lot of work for all of them, but they still are fun. I just love being with my quilting sisters. So,
Did you ever do May birthdays?
yes, I did May birthdays. Kevin, not Kevin. Mary says, I thought Marty was the only one with texture issues. Yeah, and I've had that all my life. It started with, as a kid, not liking Jello first, and then it ended up going to mushrooms. So it was those two things. And then when I started branching out my palate even more, I started realizing there was a lot more things I can't eat due to texture. Sue says this will be my first 5-day retreat, so looking forward to getting a lot done. I don't know how we ain't gonna be there for one day, girl. We're gonna be on a bus all day.
You look forward to having fun. Doesn't matter about getting things done.
I see you, Joe Carmel. And Regina says that is so lovely that you guys have been together so long. Yes, we have been together for a long time. And Eric talking about, is that Miss Deborah? I see he come in late.
Yes,
So
it is
we
her.
I did
Right
introduce
here.
her. Um, that is awesome. Keep up the good work because girls don't have to be large to have fun. Yeah, gills don't have to be large to have fun. Sorry, I was reading girls. Gills don't have to be large to have fun. Yes, and that was our whole point. And it wasn't that the large gill we weren't getting anything out of. It was just that we've had our small group before we even knew of the big quilt gills, and there was just no way we were going to stop our group. Plus, a regular big gill, they don't do work. We actually sew and do stuff. Even if you bring just handwork, we Sometimes people would bring their whole sewing machine. Sometimes people would bring cutting stuff. So we do work at our meetings. We also, it's a socialization where we have lunch once a month. So it's like a girls' club is what it really is. But we do some quilting as well.
Sometimes, someone will teach them a new technique to a group
Or a new notion.
notion, that kind of stuff.
And we have challenges. We might even have challenges more than what's due at retreat. We might have somebody might give us something for birthday. Say in January meeting, somebody might come and give everybody their birthday gift for the year, so they don't have to worry about it anymore. And so then people will say, okay, let's have it done at the December meeting, and then we just show it at the December meeting. So we do little small challenges like that too.
Sometimes we do block of the month, some kind of pattern. Sometimes we do swap blocks, things like that.
My screen keeps jumping every time I look up. I think because my finger's just hovering over it, and it's just doing its own little clicking. Mary talking about all that noise just from 6 people. We have 12 people at retreat. This center will hold 12 people. We have 6 that come. We have ladies that have been coming to our retreats for at least 5 years or more, and they have been guests at our retreat. We got 2 new guests today, and they're wanting to come back next year. So if normally what we would do, we would pay for our 6 spots, but if those other 6 spots are open, they will let them go to somebody else. So we could be in the room with other people that we don't know, sharing space with people that we don't know, and we're trying to cook and they're trying to cook. So the way to avoid that is that we rent the whole center, whether we have 6 people or 12. So, and then when we get our guests, we feed them. So that's part of their cost for coming as well. So the members mostly do the food, and it's so say a person. I know I've spent over $100 at the store for my stuff, for my supplies.
That's really easy
But
now.
just think, if you had 12 people that we had to go out to eat, you can't feed 12 people for $120, $125, and then you got to add tips and tax and all this other stuff. So it's just easier, right? And it's just easier for us to just cook since we've got a full kitchen. That's one of the reasons why we love this facility is that even, and we do go a little overboard with the meals sometimes. But as a last resort, it's okay to put a pizza in the oven. You know what I'm saying? It's just food. It's okay. So, but if we got 12 people here actually, and we also have a tin ceiling and stuff bounce off of that. Um, all noises are echoed, even down to the bedroom. Sometimes you can hear the mumble of that's left over. So it's the tin ceiling that's not. I don't know what's over it, if it's insulated or not, but I know the noise bounce off of it.
I think one of the problems with us, our guild, our members, and it's not really a problem, just that we're all good cooks, and we all like to eat. So I think that's the thing. We all cook good stuff. So, we just don't go by McDonald's. Most of us make homemade foods, or their husbands provide stuff for us. So don't think it's really a problem per se, but we all really do. Tijuana's a good cook. Her mom's a great cook. So, my mom was a really good cook. And I'm a good cook. So, and I know everybody else was a good cook. So, we have a lot of good food.
And Donna says, living vicariously through your trip in hopes of joining you all next year. So this isn't the Teaquilts retreat. That's coming up in June. So it'll be, we got more fun. I'm actually using this retreat. I spent 2 days prepping for that June retreat. And it's coming up, as Sue said, in 17 days. So I got 16 days to get my act together. Deborah and I. Deborah is doing a great job. We haven't even met because Deborah's just doing everything, okay? That, we're supposed to be meeting and doing, but she's doing that. She said, you handle all the other stuff and I can do this over here. You don't worry about this. And so,
Teajuana has a business. I'm retired and my husband's passed away, so.
well, and I'm working on retreat too, but it's in different forms. I'm sending out the emails, the business stuff, getting payments, talking to the bus companies. So it's a lot when you are doing a retreat, and then also on top of that, throwing in a bus trip with that as well. So it's a lot of people.
An interesting trip.
A lot of people I'm talking to and communicating with. I got people asking, it's getting close to the date, and people getting anxious and nervous, and they asking questions. They have missed emails that I've sent, so now they want to know where do I get on the bus, and I've sent that information out. But I noticed that Yahoo is sending a lot of emails into spam. And so they may not have seen those emails that I seen. One of my emails, I've been knowing Sarah since 1985. And they sent an email from me to her and put it in her spam. I've had the same email from day one. So something is up with Yahoo Mail. So it's not working like it used to. They want you to pay for that other version, okay? Let's see. It keeps jumping when I'm not looking. I don't know. Sometimes I think the eyes, like they have certain screens that you can, your eyes will make the screen go down. Teresa says, I can't eat tapioca or cream of wheat because of texture. Now, only time I can do tapioca is when I put it in the apple pie to thicken the sauce. Other than that, I don't eat any of that because of texture.
I don't like it. Sorry.
Regina Tita, we need to complete the diamond blocks before the retreat, or can we do them at the retreat? You can do them at the retreat. It's only 28 blocks. It's not going to take you that long. It didn't take me long to die cut my pieces. I'm just getting them out the way because with me being in charge, I don't have free time like you all will have free time. So when you all have free time, it might be somebody else talking to me about something going on. Either one of you Teaquilters, one of the people at the administration, or I'm coordinating something that's going to be happening next, like shop hopping in our cars, trying to see who can drive and that type of thing. So I'm always going to be busy doing something else. I don't know how much sewing I'm going to actually get done at retreat. So in order for me to know that I'm going to swap, I prefer to have my blocks done early, especially since it's only 28.
I haven't started mine yet.
So you do not have to have, they're going to be swapped Saturday night, just so the retreat people know. So they're not going to be swapped when you walk in on Tuesday. Saturday night, they'll be swapped. Dorsey says, I looked online and the first Dr. Seuss book was published in 1937, and it was, and to think I saw it on Mulberry Street. My list of foods that I don't like is way longer than the list of things I will eat. That's Sue. That is funny. Hi, Carissa Renager saying hello, everyone. Deborah Johnson says, hello, everyone. Wait till you got a retreat now. You got your retreat in a few weeks. You're going to need a retreat from retreat. No, retreat's always good. I don't need a rest from that. Good night, Vivian. Pizza in the oven, Domino's. That's Eric. Deborah says, I'm new to the channel, 3 months in. Well, welcome. Appreciate you, and thanks so much for posting, letting us know you're here. Dorsey is reminding people to hit that thumbs up button. She says there's 117 people here and only 78 thumbs up. Take a second, peek, thumbs it up. Thank you, Darcy. Tanoya Robert says, good evening, all quilters. I'm here better late than never. We already been here an hour. Good Lord, I was thinking I was only going to stay on here an hour. Brenda Foley goes, welcome to the channel. How many will be at your retreat, T? The retreat in June has 28 people that are retreaters. We got 27 that are staying in-house, one commuter, meaning that they're not staying at the retreat center they're staying somewhere else, and they'll be reporting every day. What's the other? Oh, and then on the bus, I think we have about 40 to 45 people. I have not looked at the bus list in a long time, so I'm not sure what the total number is, but it includes the people at the Teaquilts retreat, and then I opened it to a few people in my quilting guild that are not coming to retreat. And the bus trip, taking a bus trip from the St. Louis area to Missouri. That's in Hamilton, Missouri. And we also, they have a quilt museum there as well. We're going to attend that as well. Carissa says, if I stand in the field behind my house, I can see dominoes, but they can't find my house.
Sounds about right.
That is funny. You got to meet them on the corner, girl. Sue says, if we don't sleep, we can get a lot of sewing done. You got that right until you start making mistakes. You're welcome, Regina. Wash your hands says, I think it's awesome what you do, Miss T, thinking about all you provide for people, providing wonderful experiences for people. Thank you for that. Thank you too, Deborah. You're welcome. Appreciate that. Darlene saying in the past they delivered to her, but now they don't. And Sue is seconding wash your hands comment. Carissa says, man, I need to invest in some more seam rippers. Can't find mine, and I'm using my Tula tweezers to pull this long seam out. Let's see. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't have anything else to add. I'm tired. I'm trying to think, was there anything else? We're doing our Sunday morning project. We're making walker bags. That's our charity project. So I just cut that out. I've done all cutting for the last 2 days. So I got everything I need to do cut out. Now I just need to sit here now and sew. So whenever I'll be sewing from now to the time I fall into the bed. And then after breakfast is when we actually start our Sunday morning project. So then I'll sew until breakfast, whatever time I get up, and then after that we're gonna do show and tell. We're gonna do it after lunch, or we'll probably do it after lunch.
Probably, yeah.
Because we'll probably rummage the refrigerator for lunch. That's our last meal, so we're gonna eat all leftovers. And then that way, if people are starting to leave, they can take their final dishes and plates and start packing that stuff up. Get the kitchen cleaned out. And then after, we can go ahead and do show and tell before people leave. So that's kind of what our agenda is. I was telling them, I thought we did show and tell on Saturday night. We should go back to doing that. I think last year here was when we did it on Sunday.
I think so.
And we used to do it on Saturday night, and then Sunday morning I would just go around and recap if you got a little further or something. But I think doing show and tell when you got a lot of stuff you might need to be showing and it's time to go. That's too close. And then you got to pack too. It's too close.
I think because last year was our first year here.
I think we did it on
We were
Sunday,
learning,
but we need to do it Saturday night. It's too late now. We ate too late. We should have either done it before we had dinner or afterwards, because then I came live, and now it's really too late.
Well, lunch was
People
later.
going to bed now.
Lunch was a little later, so that's why we had big lunch too. So.
Eric is asking Kevin about how to get scissors past TSA. He said he saw a lady with a pair of full-size gingers inside the airport, like with them, not 3-inch blade that was short. I guess somebody missed that when they done the scans, I guess, which is weird. That's not good at all. I would never try it. Before I fly, I always go on and the things that I know that I normally bring, like knit, if I had to want a crochet hook or something like that, I go to look and see if it's on their banned list before I go to the airport, because I don't want to be pulled over to the side. Because once you pulled over to the side, then you're going through the whole
Right.
gamut of searches and
A lot of
stuff.
people
So,
let me carry nail clippers to put the threads.
but you can also get one of those little pendants that you can clip too. Dental floss, Norma says also will cut thread. Sheila Willis is here saying, good evening all. Hope you having a good time. Sue is saying, don't forget to bring your featherweight to retreat. I did something today, Sue. I went and ordered me a featherweight table online. So I'm hoping, they said it was in stock. So I'm hoping that it'll be shipped next week and it will be here by retreat. So we'll see. I ordered one of those So Steady tables. So
I
we'll
don't
see.
have a featherweight, but that's okay.
She's talking, she wants to show, well, she's going to help Kevin and I like faster without having to look at the book, try to figure out how to oil and just do basic cleaning on the machine. On the featherweight.
Featherweight?
Yeah, because I see all these holes and some of them are portholes and some of them are not. I need to know how you know without looking at the book which one is an oil hole. So she's going to help Kevin and I out on a little bit like that. I think Kevin is more advanced because he uses it every day. I don't use mine because I feel like it's a gazillion holes to oil in there. I want to know if I know, like I know on here where I'm oiling on my Bernina. If I have my baby lock, I know where I'm oiling on my baby lock. My singers. This featherweight got about 15 different holes, it seems like. It is a book, but it's like without having to do that every time, I want to know how does it look? How do you know it's that type of a hole over a screw hole?
Make a cheat sheet,
So well, see, I hate to put markings on my machine. I was gonna say I could put, well, no, some people, they use nail polish and something that they can get off, but I don't know.
I just meant a printed cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to write on your machine.
Arlene Butler is here. Hey, Arlene. She says, hi, TNT Quilters. Just made it to the chat. I hope that all is well. Working on the Take 5 kit. Yes. I got one to quilt now. Mary says, and then they stopped Marty because she had a GoPro. Really? That's a camera. It's just a small little camera. That's what I have on my long arm machine. Hey, Francines is here. Oh, Kevin says, we'll be twinsies, Miss T. Yes, the featherweights with the So Steady tables. Yes. How would you be able to get a sewing machine and all that extra stuff on a plane? Darcy Sue is talking to me about bringing my featherweight to retreat. So I'm here in St. Louis. I have a car, but you can travel with a featherweight. It will fit in the compartment. Kevin takes his all the time in a duffel bag that fits into the requirements. Always look on TSA and see what their size requirements is for carry-on. Find a piece of luggage that fits that requirement from the outside, not the inside. And then if your featherweight fits in there, that's great. You're going to be carrying your featherweight. So you're in control of it. You're going to take it probably out of the black case because that's going to be heavy. Unless you're going to put wheels on your black case.
Don't ever check a featherweight or anything.
But no, you don't want to check your sewing machine. So if you're flying, you got to have a bag and know how you're going to pad your machine so that when you put it up in the top, that it's not going to get damaged. Because you can't put it on the floor because it won't go under the seat in front of you. So, but you can travel with Kevin does it all the time. Don't mark your machine. You got that right. And I think that the only reason they marked the machine that I saw marked was for, it was like one of their machines that they just use for teaching purposes. Because I'm like, you got to get nail polish off. What do you take it off with? Acetone. I'm not putting that on the black. It's going to take the black off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I know it's an easy way. I just need to know what I'm looking for. And ever since I've had my featherweight, I probably sewn on that machine about 10 times maybe. And it's because I'm not comfortable with it, and I'm not comfortable with it because I'm not using it. So I need to use it. Um, and Sue says she may be bringing my Arrow featherweight table to retreat. Yeah, I always bring my Sew Steady table. That's what I sew on, so I don't. I have my pressing and my ironing, like my little small press station and my little small cutting mat. I have that on my table so that I'm not having my sewing machine, the cutting, and the, everything. I can just turn. I sew here, I press right here, and then my cutting is further down because I'm not having to cut every time. But if I was doing something like paper piecing, then I would switch it and put my mat up here and my pressing behind. It just depends on what it is that you're working on. Your workstation changes based on your project.
And based on how many machines you have. Because I have two.
Hey, Tom, I miss you. He says, hey, Miss T, how's the retreat going? It's going great. When you get to Saturday night and tomorrow's in, you got to pack it all back up, take it back all out to the car, and then when you get home, you got to take it all back in. Yeah, that's not the fun part. So, but other than that, retreat is great. I love retreats.
Just too short.
They're too short. Um, Kim. Hi, Kim Barrett. She's in here talking to people. Acetone will ruin the finish, as will water, so that's good. I didn't know water would ruin it either. Darlene's back saying she had a call. Eric says, he's talking to Tom. Laurie Krupla says, what are y'all working on at the retreat? This quilt back here, oh, I meant to show that. I'm so sorry. I have such a short attention span. This quilt in the background is a free pattern on Benner Tax called Valley Ripples. So you can go, just probably Google Benner Tax Valley Ripples pattern, and it should come up and take you straight to the link. I did it a little different. If you look at this and you look at it like a quarter turn, like you would a pinwheel, you can see that they use the same fabric. They made 4 quarter log cabin blocks, and then they quarter turn them, and that fabric is spinning around. So they used a limited number of fabrics because remember, I've told you all, when you're getting fabric manufacturers patterns, their job is to sell you fabric. So they're going to give you a pattern, and the instructions are going to be for using their fabric. I wanted more fabric in my quilt. So in my quilt behind me, I only use each fabric once. So instead of making all 4 of my quarter logs the same, they all have different fabrics. And then in the center, I added some string blocks instead of cutting big blocks like they did in the pattern. And can you hold this over there for me?
I can.
So they can see that with this?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
right there. And then I string pieced that. And then in the middle, I wanted a bullseye. And so I put a square in the center of a bullseye for my middle. And that also helped me anchor it. It looks completely different, and it pulls the center into the quilt and makes it go back out to the bordered fabric that's going to be this. So you have to almost see it. And the farther away I get from this, the more dramatic the ripples. And I now know why they called it ripples, the pattern. I finally went to the back of the room. I've been sitting here next to it, and when I got away from it, I realized I know now why it's called ripples, because it kind of looks like it's moving on you a little bit. But I just added more fabrics. I love scrappy quilts. This was not really a scrappy quilt. It is a fabric line quilt, and it has. Let me see how many different fabrics that they have, because they're selling you a fabric line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they have 12 fabrics that are making up this whole center, except for the 4 in the middle. So just 16 different fabrics, and I can't make a quilt with just 16 fabrics. That's just not what I do. So,
It's not what you
so I made every fabric different. I went through my scraps of all my African prints, and if I had enough that I could cut 2.5-inch strip out of it, I cut, and then I used my smaller pieces first, and just start cutting all those pieces. Every piece is cut from a different fabric. Even my strings, I didn't repeat my strings. So, but yeah, so it's a nice pattern. It's one of those patterns that you probably need to do with a little bit of a break because my neck started hurting from pulling putting the long pieces through because it was so, it's long seams that you're sewing because you're starting with a big center square. So I did have some neck issues with it. Um, Regina says, any recommendations for a small iron? Um, I consider the Panasonic cordless iron to be a small iron, but that's the big small. And the reason why I say that is this is the size of the Panasonic iron. It is not a travel iron. But I will tell you that I have used the steam press irons. Those really get really hot. I put water in them. I've tested them. They've done very well. Some people have the Rowentas. I just think my Rowenta, I put water in it and it don't seem like it gets hot as it used to if you never put water in it.
I have an older one too that gets really hot.
I'm talking about the travel iron.
No.
I'm talking about a travel iron.
Yeah.
She's talking about a small iron for travel.
Okay.
Because she's flying in. So something like that. You can also use, they have the Clover mini iron, but there's another brand that has a wood handle that has a little bit bigger lip on it. That's actually a little nice iron too. But I can't remember the company that made it right now. And it's got the handle, but it's like a bigger point to it. It's about this tall over the Clover being like
Right.
this small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, but I
I think
can't
so,
remember.
yeah.
I do have it at home.
Yeah, I think I have one too, and I have a Clover one.
Just trying to help people out that are traveling.
The little
We
one.
will have big boards, a couple of big boards at least set up. Hopefully, that's the goal. We will have. So we are going to have some communal ironing spaces. I'm going to bring at least one 50-something inch long cutting board that's going to be on a table. I'm going to bring table risers for that. So I do have some things that you can cut when you need bigger spaces, and then I probably will have some extra cutting mats because in my carrying case I carry up to 24-inch size mats. So I might have some extras in there. Whatever I can put in there that I have at home, I put extra mats. So there's some bigger mats that you can use. What you might want to bring is the little small mats, like the 18 by 24, if you can put it in your luggage. And that way you can, if you're not cutting something big, it won't work for stack and whack class probably, but it'll work for your everyday regular cutting that you might need to cut. So a small iron, I would say just get a steam press iron. I've had really good results with them. My Rowenta travel iron, I don't even use it. I prefer my steam, whatever that steam press iron is. Little bit, what's the name of that? That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Steam fast,
Steam fast.
and it's a good. It works.
And it stays hot.
It stays hot.
And it can stay on for a long time and stay hot. Right. So, and she said she got hers from Walmart. I ordered everything online.
It was
So,
like $12.99.
so yeah, that's what you want to get. Get a Rowenta. I feel like they just don't. It's a lot of money, and I feel like they don't last very long.
I have a small Rowenta. They don't get as hot, and I paid $39.99 for it.
And Sue says that she changes her workstation based on what machine she's using. Remo says, I'm sewing on my 770, having fun. That's nice. Your husband's still there. That's nice. Kevin says, gonna have to be good night to all quilters. Fly out tomorrow. Be safe, Kevin, tomorrow.
Do you need a stool? No. A step stool? Well, see, there's one right here if you need it. There's one right here. I'll get it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Tom's been doing dog shows, so that's cool. Tom says that is a beautiful quilt and a great pattern, but those African fabrics really showcase them well. Yes, and it looks so different, in person. And I'm gonna make sure when we do show and tell that you get a good look at it as well. So thank you, Tom. I love my little Oliso. I have not tried the travel Oliso iron. I haven't tried that one yet. Hi, Stephanie Lee from Kentucky. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you popping in and leaving us a comment. Hope you will subscribe as well. Good night, Kim. Night, Kim. Sue said he need me to bring. That would be great if you could bring a big board. I'll bring a big board, and then Jennifer has one that we can just lay on a table. Then that way I don't have to. I won't have to put a big board on a table that might ruin the rails. If you would do that, Sue, and if you're bringing the big board, you know you got to bring the ironing board. So let me know. That would prevent me from having to bring two of each, because I was just gonna put one on the table instead of bringing two ironing boards. So I don't know how much stuff I'm thinking I'm getting in my car. Okay,
Might have to make a couple.
I may have to ask my daughter to make a trip. Mary says, "Auntie, did you get your Sew Steady table for your 770?" No, I need to take a one that I already have. The only reason I ordered the featherweight 770 was because I wanted it black. That's why I ordered it. Okay, and to match the featherweight. I do like the black, and plus, if it's not see-through, I know you can have see-through Sew Steady and you can see what's under the table, but I kind of like that you can't see under the table. See all the junk. And she said I was looking at the steam fast. Yes. Lynette says I love mine too, Sue. So I haven't tried the Oliso small arm. She says yes. Just went to Lexington, Kentucky to visit Mom's grave and went to see my elder. So that's cool. That's Remo. Mine's is one I have made that sits in a table. She's back in Ohio. Eric says, have to say ta-ta for now. See you all later. Enjoy retreat. Deborah and T. Thank you, Eric. Talk to you later.
Ta, Eric.
Not just haters over the haters in the background. Haters in the club, haters in the club, haters in the club, back up. Melissa says it's not junk under the table, it's stashed. Yeah. So I know we're early here, but we're gonna go ahead and end early here tonight, guys. I know we got another half hour, but I'm gonna start sewing. Otherwise, I'm gonna get sleepy. So I want to get this. You say what about these people online? What did you say about these people? These are my friends on here.
Yes, 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 we are. Yes, yes.
You know you haven't shut up the whole time.
Well, I'm talking to the people
I
online.
didn't know that.
Yes.
Now she says I haven't shut up the whole time. So okay, now I gotta shut up.
I don't mean any harm. We know that you don't.
I guess
Sarah.
you're gonna talk to him now. No, you gotta come talk if I
Come
can.
around, talk to us. I guess not. It's camera shy.
Your audience is too big for me. she
That's Sarah talking about your audience is too big for me. No. she don't want to talk to you. But I see you, Stephanie.
Most people don't know this, but Sarah is a retired major from the Army. Army? From the Army.
Lane says, thanks, T and everyone, for the fun and keeping me company. And Melissa talking about, yes, we're still talking. They're asking me questions. I'm answering. They asking me about travel irons, how many people at retreat, how long have we been meeting? See? Lena says she's purchased several winter irons and all week. And I used to be a true diehard fan of a winters. I was buying, I'm telling you, I had to buy 2 of them jokers a year, okay? Because I'm a prolific person when it comes to sewing. And I would have, if I'm home on Saturday, my iron was on from all day Saturday, okay? Because I'm sewing from sun up to sundown. I'm cooking in between, put a time on it, okay? So winters weren't made for me. So I got rid of them. Stephanie's laughing. But I see you. But yeah. And I like water in my irons too. So I decided to I went back and started buying just cheap irons. And then I finally went back to Oliso. I had one years before, but I went back. And the Oliso iron lasted me 2 years. And I still got that iron. It's probably about 4 years old. It's not like tip top shape, but I went and bought me another one because that iron did do me good. I'm still using it, but I noticed that sometimes I have to like iron my ironing board to keep it heating up when I need to have it start. Because if I lift it up, when I just do the up and down and get it started, it may not catch that I want it to heat up. It's thinking it's in rest mode still, even though I just told it and it flashed green. It goes right back to red as soon as I lift my hand. But other than that, I'm still using that iron. And that iron's coming to retreat. It's going to be on one of those big boards. So, yeah. So I do love the Oliso. They've been doing me great. I have not used my new one. I just used it for 30 days to see if I needed to return it. But after that, I put it up because I'm waiting on my current one to crash. But I got my second one ready to go. Good night. That's my brother. Now we still here talking, okay? Good night, everybody. I see they saying good night. Let me see. Are you recording show and tell tomorrow? Yes, I am. I'm gonna record that. Mary Ziegler popped in here.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Mary Ziegler Martin said, first off, your daughter is not going to help you carry stuff around. Second, please, no more singing. Girl, I can sing. I can carry a tune in a bucket. Come on. And she is too. She's even taking off work. She's going to be my driver for people arriving on public transportation. See, you don't know my daughter after all. Sue says you are more than welcome to use my little Lisso at retreat. I'm gonna have my Panasonic. That's my retreat iron. I use my steam fast when I'm ironing in the live. Sometimes when I'm ironing on my desk, that's when I use my little steam fast.
I use mine for doing the machine.
My Rowenta is just holding space. The Rowenta travel iron. I don't like it as well as I like the other irons. Alvita says, good night, Miss T. Enjoy the rest of your retreat. Mary says, what's your total dollar amount so far? I don't know what. I don't know what your total dollar.
Maybe she's talking about the irons. How much money you spend on irons?
Oh, spend on irons?
Or maybe
I don't know.
what
I have to.
you're willing to spend on an iron.
I don't know what she's asking me, so I don't know what I'm answering. Wash your hands says, we like T because she be sharing those gems. Yes. Thank you for mentioning Dee Dee and her hand-dyed fabric size Wednesday. Yes. So let me back up. I don't know if Dee Dee is still here, and I don't know if Dee Dee had a chance to go back and look at the last video. It was some really nice comments about her fabric. Her fabric is gorgeous. I went back and watched some of the live. I haven't had a chance to watch all of it yet because I was busy packing. But those pictures that you all see of the hand-dyed, it is better than that, okay? Her fabric is just gorgeous. When I'm looking at that stuff, I'm like looking at it before I can even turn it around to you all. She did an awesome job dyeing that fabric. It is gorgeous. And then it says, I like my large row winter, but it's work. Have to clean it often and it's heavy. And that's the thing I do love about the row winter is that it's heavy because the iron itself is helping to get a good press. That you're not having to do pressure when you want to get a wrinkle or something out. The iron just go down and knock it out. That's the advantage to the heavy row winters.
Yeah. I clean mine a lot too.
And Melissa talking about more singing, less cowbell. She talking about Mary down there. Talking about no more singing. Yes, I do like the Oliso iron. This is my second one. I know you're buying stuff, and yes. Oh, she's saying, and she said yes, more cowbell. You know, Mary's crazy. Mary's my friend. She's always coming in here to haggle me. Okay. She's talking about how much money have I spent at retreat. I don't. You know what? I really don't keep up with that. I'm going to tell you how I function, and Deborah knows this. Uh, I do this with my scrap club as well. I charge them a fee. I'm always over budget. Okay. It is how it is. That's my nature. I do what I do. I don't sit there and count pennies. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. So I'm not worried about that. As long as I get the retreat bills paid, if I'm giving you a fat quarter, a half yard or something, or this or that, and it came out of my pocket, I'm more than willing to do that. That's not what retreat is about for me. So it's certain things like the bus. I did not charge people to get people a snack or something on the bus. But we're going to have something on the bus. And then I'm also trying to see if I can get stuff to give people while they're walking around Missouri Star so that they don't have to worry about lunch. When you're out enjoying yourself, doing quilt-related stuff, you don't have to necessarily sit down and have a meal to keep going. You just need something of substance so that you can keep going. And we are going to try to get people a 2 or 3 snacks that they can carry with them while they're in Missouri Star. So if they get hungry, you might have a pack of trail mix. You might have, I don't know, a muffin. You might have, right, just something to give you substance so you can just keep going. Don't worry about it because we're going to have a early dinner. So just keep going. So that wasn't included in the bus fare price, but I feel like it'll help some people out that might forget. I'm one of those people. I travel with stuff. I got my food all the time, and some people don't think about food when they're going on stuff like that. They just so excited and happy to go, and I want to make sure that it's offered to those that want it. So I don't worry about the bottom line. I just write it off. Okay, it's a tax deduction. That's what it is. I got money, you all got money. As long as my business can write it off, I write it off. Sheila says, will you bring some of her fabric to retreat so I can see it? Will you bring some, I don't know what she's saying, my fabrics or her fabric? Be more specific, Sheila, or send me an email. I don't know if she's talking about like African fabric or a particular type of fabric. I don't know. But I do plan to bring some fabrics to a retreat. I'll have to see how much I can. See, it's a lot to pack. See, I got to pack up. I got a car load of food, okay, because I had to buy the snacks because people didn't want to do an open snack bar. So I got like probably a car of food with the boxes from Sam's when you're buying stuff in bulk. Because I'm doing 28 people at retreat, 40 something people on a bus. So yeah, it stacks up fast. I was gonna have retreat stuff already done in the bags, but I got so much stuff I'm gonna have to like sort snacks at retreat. So because otherwise I'll be trying to then figure out how to take 40 bags for the bus plus keeping separate the 28 bags for retreat, and it's too much. And I don't want to be handling all these little bags the goodie bags, trying to get them sorted and keep them separated, but yet get them to retreat efficiently. So it's easier to just bring them all in the snack boxes. They're already in boxes.
Sorted out there.
Mm-hmm. Even if I have to do it in my bedroom. I don't know where I was. Oh, she's saying the hand dyed fabric. Well, I guess I will have something hand dyed because Dee Dee has donated some of those pieces to um, the retreat. So I guess I will. Yeah, so I guess I will. But as far as having some to sell, the only hand dyes I could bring to sell are the ones that are on my website. So you can look on my website and see what hand dyes I have on my website. They're asking me questions. Hold on. I gave my travel winter to my 8-year-old granddaughter. She probably has no idea where it is. That's funny. And Lynette says she almost burnt herself with her iron. Elena says, amen, sister. I can't take it with me. I'm not saying I spent all my money. Because Deborah know that ain't true.
That's true.
But I'm saying that if I'm coordinating something, I'm in control of something, or if I want to do something, that's what I do. It don't matter what. The bottom line is I got the other side of my business. If it can eat it, don't worry about it. That's all I'm saying. It ain't you won't get my last. I don't worry about I don't worry about the bottom line on certain things. I try not to take a lot with me when traveling because I need room for the stuff I buy when I get there. Exactly. And then, another option too, you're going to be here for a few days after shopping with Missouri Star. You may have to have somebody take you to the post office and have it shipped home. You know what I'm saying? It'll meet you at the door when you fly back home. Wash your hands. Says I broke down and bought the Cricut auto press. I love it. For me, it's worth it. I use it every day. You can open and close it with one finger, and the clearance is amazing. So that's cool. They must have changed it because the original one I got, I didn't like that thing at all. So they must have done some upgrades, and that was before I bought my big press. So I'm sure they've had some changes. Hey, Delia Short says hi, 10 everyone. And we're gonna get out of here. Finally got to the bottom. Yay!
Here we go.
So I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I want to thank you guys. We are only getting out of here like 15 minutes or so early tonight. So appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go back and start doing some sewing now. I haven't sewed in 2 days, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock out these 28 blocks. I'm gonna swap and. We're going to go from there. Try to get some of this 4-star general done. I don't know how much is going to be successful, but we're going to try. And see you all Wednesday on the Wednesday 1-hour live chat at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you all stay safe.
Be blessed.
And quilt out.
Bye.